Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the inaugural Bodmin and Wenford Railway virtual pub quiz. Now, I've got to hope this works. First time trying it. All the streaming malarkey. Now, hello, I'm Matt, one of the volunteers at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway. Now, I've got to hope that this video doesn't start buffering because my internet quality is a little iffy. So, we shall see what happens. So, welcome to our inaugural virtual pub quiz. Now, I'm just watching the stream back from my end, and my video is a little bit buffery, so I am going to turn the camera off and put that thumbnail image back, just so you get a bit of a better view. Now, I'm Matt, one of the volunteers at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway, and I'm just reading off my script here, and sorting out all the first time trying this, so it could go a little bit meh. Anyway, but fingers crossed. So, where should we start? I'm Matt, one of the volunteers at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway, and recently we had a really good think as to what we should do with the new lockdown, and because we're no longer running open days, we decided we have to have a virtual event. So, I was allowed out the cupboard to come and run this show for you. Anyway, good evening. Good evening, Patrick. I see someone in the chat. As I do say, we do have a live chat function to the right of your screen. So please do say hello. If you're watching this back at a later date, where were you at the original time? That's just a lack of commitment. Only kidding. It's nice to see have you all here. How many people have I got? 6. This is going well. And if you're watching this back at a later date, I hope you're doing well wherever this video finds you. And for those who are with me tonight, I hope you're doing well as well. That's a lot of wells. Now, how are we doing in the lockdown? Is everyone okay? Are we all alright? Check something in the chat if you are. How are we doing? Gotta hope this works. Could just be me talking to the could be me talking to the whole internet, could be me talking to no one. Okay, no one is talking to me there. Can you actually hear me? That would be a good start. Oh, thank you, Graham. Finally, someone gets back to me. Hello, Graham. How are you? You doing fine? Good. That's brilliant. At least we've got somebody talk to me. Okay, thank you, Harry. If it's passable with care. Oh, very good, Patrick. That's good. It's working. This is good. This is good. Talking to 5 people. Well, it's five people we've had in the first place. So this at least it's someone to talk to. Anyway, where was I? So where am I talking to you all from? I'm at home in Truro, streaming from my mini office. Where am I talking to? Am I just talking to a couple of people in Bodmin, or am I talking to some people further afield? Where are we all from? Oh, brilliant, Patrick. That is really good. Right, so anyway, Mum, if you're out there, hello. Let's get a move on with the quiz. Now, down in the description below is a link to our crowdfunder if you wish to donate to the railway. Any support you could provide would be greatly appreciated. Also, bit of admin before. Oh, Southampton. That I wasn't expecting Southampton. That's some commitment there. Penzance. Oh, very good. Penzance, somewhere in Cornwall. Anyone else nearby Truro or Bodmin? Anyway, admin. So, firstly, you're going to need some paper and a pen. I've got my paper and my pen. St. Blasey, very good. Hello, St. Blasey. You're on the A39 HP. Very, very, not my normal place to do a pub quiz from, but very good. Well, Well done for getting involved. Don't use all your data up. So, let's bit of admin first. You'll notice we have got the live chat, and down below there is the comment section. Under any circumstances, please do not put answers in the chat. Under any circumstances, no answers in the chat, because that just ruins it for everyone else. Get your piece of paper and your pen. I'll go through the quiz, and you write down your answers, and at the end we'll swap pieces of paper, virtually, pretend to, and you get to mark your own, but do not put answers in the chat. Wet and windy in Southampton, that's Britain for you. Wet and windy. So, first of all, just before we start, what's everyone's team's names? Have anyone got any team names? Anyone have a bit of fun? Make something up whilst we're here. Anybody got any team names? Worcestershire, okay, that's some distance. Bit like Southampton. So we've got the A39, St Blaise, Penzance, Southampton, and Worcestershire. This is a small but mixed bunch. Now, I'll let the chat does take some time to trickle back through to me, so you're probably about 20-30 seconds behind me. So I'm going to make a start, and I'll respond to the chat as the questions go on. I can't promise I can read every message. I'll probably read most of them. However, I have to work the streaming software and YouTube at the same time, which is a little messy because it's my first time trying this, so you know it will be alright on the night type thing. It could go horribly wrong, but fingers crossed it won't. So there are 20 questions in this virtual pub quiz, and there are a total of 64 points available. Each question is worth 2 points unless otherwise specified, and I'll tell you if it is more than 2 points or less. There are also some bonus points here and there. Each bonus point is worth 1 point towards your total, unless I tell you otherwise. The questions start easy, and they gradually get harder, with the last question, number 20, being a score as many points as possible round. Patrick Hopper, the team Cinders and Ashes, I'm liking that. So far the only person to give a team name, so you've won the best team name quiz, best team name challenge. Make that a challenge. Of course, you could also be really smart, have a group of you. Team COVID Dodger, yeah, I suppose that's topical. Graham, Team COVID Dodger, but stick to the trains. Now, you could be really smart and have a group of people on Zoom and you're all watching and playing along, but given the fact there's only 9 of us, 8 of you and myself, this could be a bit rickety. So, we'll go through the questions, there's 20 of them, and when we're done, we'll have a pause, you'll have a minute just to go through, and I will repeat all the questions, all 20 of them, just in case you miss one, in case your internet's bad or my internet's bad, because it is being bad. And I'll then give the answers, and you can report back how well you did, how many points out of 64 you got. So, are we sitting comfortably? And have you got a pen and paper? Please tell me in the chat, are we sitting comfortable and have pen and paper ready? Because we shall make a start, because we're already 10 minutes in. Team Hobnobs. I like a good Hobnob HP, so Team Hobnob sounds good to me. Anyway, as your responses get through, we'll make a start. So, time for the questions. Put that to one side. Question number 1. Question 1. Why is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Question 1. Why is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Please write your answers down. 2 points available here. There's also a bonus point to this question. Where is there a planned extension 2. 1 point available for the bonus question there. So, question 1. Why is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? And your bonus point, where is there an extension planned to? Right, your answers down below. Please, again, do not put your answers in the chat, 'cause that ruins it for the 16 people. 16? Oh, we are top. That's a record so far, 16 people watching. Right, hopefully you've written that first question down, and we'll move on to our second question. Question number 2. What valuable commodity mined from the ground brought railways to the area? Question 2. What valuable commodity mined from the ground brought railways to the area? 2 points available for this one. Write your answers down on your bits of paper with your pens. Has to be said that railways were brought to carry goods rather than passengers first. Railways were designed to transport goods and freight well before passengers came along. And then they found passengers pay more than goods. And here we are now, running passenger railways. Oh, 20 concurrent. Oh, 19 viewers. Oh, it's dropping off a bit. Okay, moving on to question number 3. In what year did the Great Western Railway open the branch from Bodmin General to Bodmin Road? Question number 3. In what year did the GWR open the branch from Bodmin General to Bodmin Road? All 3 and a bit miles of it. In what year did that branch from Bodmin Road up the hill to Bodmin General? In what year did they build? In what year did they open that branch? Probably took a while to build, but in what year did they open that? Remember, write these answers down on your bits of paper, and then chuck them in. Just write them down on the piece of paper. Do not put them in the chat. Okay, moving on to question 4. I've already given you a bit of a clue here as to the fact that the branch from Bodmin General to Bodmin Road is up a hill. What is the ruling gradient along the line? So what is the average gradient on the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Question 4. What is the ruling gradient along the line? I can give you a clue. The majority of it is uphill. But to what degree is it uphill? What is the one in? I won't accept percentages as an answer. I want the one in what number as the ruling gradient. Write that down if you think you've got it. If I am going too quickly, too slowly, please do say in the chat. Alright, the YouTube is telling me the stream health's a bit better, so let's try the video again, see if that works. Didn't work first time. There we go. I'm back, people. Let's hope YouTube copes with this, because my internet is a bit dodgy and internet's complaining again. Typical. Put that away. Not one. Is that the one I want? No. Just bring that back out. Give you something to look at instead of just listening to me. Okay, question number 5. Question 5. What 2 rivers does the railway cross at opposite ends of the line, which sources are not very far from one another on Bodmin Moor? 4 points available here. 2 points for the first river, 2 points for the other river. I don't mind which order you put them down. But what 2 rivers does the Bodmin and Wenford Railway cross at opposite ends of the line? They're 2 very well-known Cornish rivers. Surprisingly, although they're at opposite ends of the line, which is quite a distance, their sources up on Bodmin Moor are really close. Fun fact for you there. Which is not a clue to later in the quiz. So hopefully you've got that in your head, or you can take a good guess and you can write them down. Okay, moving on to question 6. Question number 6. What is unique about the Bodmin and Wenford Railway that most heritage railways don't have the privilege or conundrum of? Question number 6. What is unique about the Bodmin and Wenford Railway that most heritage railways don't have the privilege or conundrum of? Patrick, I know Cornish internet, it's a laugh, isn't it? One of the worst rates in the country, typical. Although we may have bad internet, we've got brilliant railways. We know that for certain. As long as you can hear me, Patrick, this is the main thing. If you can't see me, that's probably a bonus, but hearing me is the main thing. So, hope you've got the answer to question number 6. Moving on to question 7, which is a picture quiz. So I'll move this photo in. So, question number 7. Question number 7. Picture round. What type of steam locomotive is this that was once a resident locomotive at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? 2 points for that. And a bonus point. What's its locomotive number? 1 point available there. So 2 points for what type of steam locomotive it is. I've given you one part. It's a steam locomotive if you haven't already realised. And bonus point available. What's its locomotive number? Hence why I have scribbled out its numbers. Now those green badges, those green hats amongst you will have this instantly. The brown badges, the brown hats, you'll be like, get rid of that, it's in the wrong place. Like me. So question 7, the first photo round. What type of steam locomotive? And your bonus point, what's its loco number? Give you a little bit more time on this one, just in case you need to have a quick think about it. Okay, so moving on to question number 8, and I've got to do some more. Photo moving around, so I'll chuck that out of the way for now. I've got to find this. So, question number 8. Question number 8. What is the name of the iconic British Railways livery that is used on the Mark 1 coaches at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Question 8. What is the name of the iconic British Railways livery that is used on the Mark 1 coaches at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? British Rail went for something nice there. What is that livery on screen? I've given you half the answer by putting it in front of you, let alone making you remember. What is that livery called? If you know, write it down on your pieces of paper. Okay, put one away for now. Move it out of the way. And bring back that. Okay, so question number 9. Question number 9. What is the name of the cafe situated on the platform at Bodmin Parkway? Question number 9. What is the name of the cafe situated on the platform at Bodmin Parkway? And a bonus point for this question, what did it used to be? Funny thing about this cafe, it is run by the Bodmin and Wenford Railway for the station there for all the passengers. Not only our passengers, but mainline passengers as well. What is the name of that livery? What is the name of the cafe? Nearly got the questions wrong there. Funny me. Well done me. What is the name of the cafe situated on the platform at Bodmin Parkway? 2 points available there. And your bonus point, what did it used to be? Before it became... The clue is in the name of the cafe. If you want a bit of a hint, it is the something cafe, and that something is what it used to be. So if you can get question 9 right, you'll have the bonus point as well. It's an extra point for you there. Aren't I nice? So, moving on. Bit of a number question here. Question number 10. In what year did British Railway close the line to passenger trains? Question number 10. In what year did British Railways close the line to passenger trains? Now, there's 2 closing dates for the railway. The day it closed for passenger trains, the day it closed for China Clay. So, there's 2 dates here, and I want the main question, I want the year it was closed to passenger trains, and for your bonus point, if you want an extra point, in what year was it completely closed and was damned never to open again until we came along? In what year was it closed to passenger trains, the main question, and your bonus point, in what year was it completely closed? I'll give you a moment to rack the brains if there's any railway historians amongst you, amongst the 6 of us that are here. Excuse me, amongst the 6 of us that are here, how many of you know that? If I'm talking to a bunch of volunteers, then this should be fairly easy for you. Okay, moving on to question number 11, another number 1. How long is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway in miles? Question number 11. How long is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway in miles? So from end to end, from one end of the railway up to Bodmin General and down to the other, how long is it in miles? It's less than 10, more than 1. So hopefully you've written that down in miles. Now another picture round. So here's question number 13. Question number 13. Now any volunteer will recognise this man instantly. Now question 13. What is the name of this famous, infamous, wherever you want to put it, member of railway staff who appears in our hashtag Where's Wednesdays? What is the name of this famous member of railway staff who appears in the Where's something Wednesday? Clue is in the name. What's this staff member's name? 2 points. And the bonus point, what is his role at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Given the fact he's sat in a smoke box, that kind of gives it away. But what's this staff member's role at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Give you some time to work on it. Shouldn't be too hard for most of you. Okay, let's put Will away for now and bring you back that. Okay, so moving on to question number 14. I'm afraid the questions are going to slowly get harder from here, so that noggin of yours is going to really have to think, unless, of course, you're a complete fanatic, then you'll know this stuff. When was the Bodmin Railway Preservation Society, or BRPS, formed? Question number 14. When was the Bodmin Railway Preservation Society, BRPS, formed? Let you have a think on that one. If the chairman's watching, then he'll know this, hopefully. Of course, you have to be a member of the BRPS, Preservation Society, to actually become a volunteer. So if any of you who aren't volunteers and wish to join, contact the BRPS. And hopefully in a post-COVID world you can come help us run some trains whenever we get back to running trains. Okay, moving on to question number 15. Now please do remember, if I am going too fast for you, drop something in the chat and I will slow down a little. But we're 6 questions away from the end now. So question number 15, and this one I admit is kind of hard because I had to look this one up myself. But on what date was the first open day held at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Now I don't mean the open days we recently had in September, October and the very beginning of November, just before the second lockdown came along. I mean right back in the beginning, before trains were running properly, back in the 80s. Giving the decade away, bit of a clue. On what date was the first open day held? Back with the original team who put the whole railway together, and the BRPS. Now there are 4 points available for this question. 1 point for the day. Well, the day is in the day of the week. 1 point for the date. 1 point for the month. And a final point for the year. I've already given you the decade away, it was in the 80s. But on what date did the first open day take place? Back before the railway started running trains in the 80s. I admit that is a kind of a hard question here. I'm just going to watch the view count drop as everyone goes, oh god, this is too hard. Okay, moving on to question number 16. Now, anyone who's been to the station will have looked at this at some point, and it was one of the clues during the week that I posted. So, question number 16. Where is the old Great Western Railway clock, or British Rail Western Region clock, located on the station at Bodmin General? Where is our station clock at the station at Bodmin General? Question number 16 for you. Where is our station clock? The thing that we've all looked at to see what time it is, because everything runs on time totally. Okay, moving on to question 17. Hopefully you've, in your mind, remembered where the clock is. But question number 17. Why do trains on the Bodmin Parkway branch only stop at Coalsocket Halt on the way down to Bodmin Parkway, but not on the way back? Question number 17. Why do trains on the Parkway branch of our railway only stop at Coalsocket Halt on the way to Parkway, and not on the way back towards Bodmin General? Now, you've already worked out what the ruling gradient is, and if you know what hills are like, and what trains are like, mainly what hills are like, if you've walked up it, you've seen how steep the A38 is, up from Bodmin Parkway. You can probably work this out using power deduction and simple physics. But question 17. Why do trains on the Bodmin Parkway branch only stop at Coalsocket Halt on the journey down to Bodmin Parkway, and not on the journey back to Bodmin General? Let you have to think about that. Okay, 3 questions left, guys. We're nearly there. Question number 18. Now, if you've been to one of the recent open days and met me or one of the signalmen or the technicians on duty, you might remember me telling you this, but question number 18. How many levers are located in the Bodmin General Signal Box that control the points and signals at the station? How many levers are located in the signal box at Bodmin General that control all the points and signals at the station? If you've been to one of our open days, which I know, Patrick, you have, I'll have shown you that, and hopefully you can remember if your noggin's good at remembering. How many levers are there? And of course you'll know that there's a lot going on with sorting out our signal box because we're putting a new crossover in. Now at this point I realise I've missed out question 12. Question 12, isn't that silly of me? It's all fun and games today, isn't it? Internet's going wrong and now I can't read. So, question 18, how many levers are there in our signal box? Our only signal box at the moment, but if that extension does go ahead, there'll be more. And a delayed question 12, I apologise for delayed to question 12, it's delayed because I'm slightly incompetent. Question 12, what is currently being built at Bodmin General? 2 points available here. The people building this new thing at Bodmin General are definitely not incompetent, as I am at reading. It had to go wrong somewhere, didn't it? Okay, moving swiftly on from that kerfuffle. Oh, and the viewer count has dropped. That's typical, isn't it? This is going well. Right, okay, another picture round here. Question number 19. It's another picture round. Just got to find the photo. So question 19. What is the name of this famous steam locomotive, this A2 peppercorn, that visited the railway in 2017? What is the name of this famous steam locomotive that visited the railway in 2017? As you can see, I've covered up the nameplate because I know what you people are like. You'll think smart and ahead of me. Well, I'm 6 steps ahead of you. And a bonus point here. What is the locomotive's number? 2 points to the name, and a bonus point if you can remember its number. Two points to the name, 1 point for the number. What is the name of this famous steam locomotive that visited the Bodmin and Wenford Railway in 2017? Now, if you're not a big steam fan, you won't know that this locomotive was actually only built in 2009 by the National Railway Museum. Built to the design of Sir Nigel Gresley's A2 peppercorns. Lovely loco. Still had to be pushed by 4612 on the way up from Bodmin Parkway, as things with big wheels don't like steep hills. Now, moving on to question 20, the final question. I will warn you, this one is particularly hard. As it's the last question, I thought what could I do to make it more fun? And it is to score as many points as you can round. Now, have a quick think. What could I have done here? What can I do to be especially mean? But, question number 20. Give the name or number of every resident steam and railway. 16 points available here. 1 point for every loco number or name you give. So for certain locomotives, like all the steam locomotives, excuse me, there is only a number, whereas some of the diesels there are names. But you need a loco number or name for each locomotive to gain all 16 points. Now, when I researched was researching the question, I didn't even realise we had that many locomotives at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway. Said it was going to get hard, didn't I? Name all 16 steam and diesel locomotives at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway. I need the loco number or the name. 1 point for the name or number you give. I'm going to give you a little bit more time on this question because I know it's hard. Some of these you'll be like, oh, I know this. You'll reach about halfway and go, damn, I didn't realise we had that many. I am very harsh. So hopefully you're getting somewhere of this question. Oh, now we've got 10 viewers. Isn't this great? More people. Hello if you've recently joined. You can, of course, always go back and watch this at a later date because it will automatically save it as a video somewhere. Now, whilst you're racking your brains for all the numbers of the locomotives we have at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway, I will just go back and read out every other question. So, in case you missed any, or because I missed any out. So, whilst you're listing those numbers and names, I will read every other question. So, quickly going through. Question 1. Okay, Patrick, wasn't built via NRM and it's an A1, not an A2. Sure, it's an A2, but you probably know more than me, so I'll take your word on that, Patrick. It's an A1 then. Okay, so question number 1. Why is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? 2 points for the main question and a bonus point. 1 point available. Where is there an extension planned to? Question number 2. What valuable commodity mined from the ground brought railways to the area? 2 points available there. And I have realised I did mention the commodity at some point through the quiz. So if you've got a good memory, you can add that in now. Question number 3. 2 points available. In what year did the Great Western Railway open the branch from Bodmin General to Bodmin Road? Question number 4. What is the ruling gradient along the line? 2 points available here. And it's 1 in something. You climb 1 metre for however many metres you go forward. Question number 5. 4 points available, 2 for each answer. Which 2 rivers does the railway cross at opposing ends of the line, which sources are not very far from one another on Bodmin Moor? Which 2 rivers does the line cross? Which 2 famous Cornish rivers do we cross? 2 points. 4 points available here, 2 for each answer. Question number 6. What is unique about the Bodmin and Wenford Railway that most railroad railways don't have the privilege or conundrum of? 2 points available here. 7. Picture round. What type of steam locomotive is... I've lost it now. If you can remember that picture I showed you earlier, question number 7, what type of loco is that black Southern Region locomotive I had? See if I can find it. It has disappeared from me. It is hiding from me. There. If you know, we'll move on. Skip to question 8 because I can't get the photo to work. It's all going downhill now, guys. Question number 8. What is the name of the iconic British Railways livery that is used on all the Mark 1 coaches we have? Or the majority of them. Get the photo for this. What is that livery called? Question number 9. What is the name of the cafe situated on the platform at Bodmin Parkway? 2 points available here and a bonus point. What did it used to be? Question number 10. In what year did British Railways close the line to passenger trains? 2 points available there. And your bonus point. In what year was it completely closed? Because that's 2 closure dates, 1 for passenger trains and 1 for everything else. Question number 11. How long is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway in miles? How many miles of track do we have and available to use at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Question number 12, the one I missed out. What is currently being built at Bodmin General? And if you've been to one of our open days, you will have walked on it. Had an inaugural walk down it. Something new that we've built and is still in the process of being built. Question number 13. What is the name of this famous or infamous staff member? There. Get rid of that. What is the name of this infamous or famous railway member of staff who appears in our Where's Something Wednesday posts, videos? And bonus point, what is his role at the railway? That flipped it back. There we go. Question number 14. When was the Bodmin Railway Preservation Society formed? In what year did that society that brought all this heritage railway, what year did the Preservation Society that brought the railway together form? Question number 15. On what date did the Preservation Society hold its first open day at the railway at Bodmin General? 4 points available. 1 for the day, 1 for the date, 1 for the month, and another for the year. Question number 16. Where is the old Great Western Railway clock located on the station at Bodmin General? It was in a clue during the week. 17. Why do trains on the Bodmin Parkway branch only stop at Coleslogget Halt on the journey to Bodmin Parkway, but not on the journey back to Bodmin General? Question number 18. How many levers are there in the signal box at Bodmin General? Question number 19. What is the name of this, as I am stand corrected, A1 Pacific, designed by Sir Nigel Gresley, that came to visit the railway in 2017? And your bonus point, what is its locomotive running number? And for extra brownie points, can you work out what its shed number is? Because I can't see from here. If you've got really good eyesight or a magnifying glass, you might be able to work out its shed number. Leave it there for a second. And finally, put that away. And finally, question 20. Name as many of the steam or diesel locomotives as you can that are resident locos at the railway. 1 point for each loco number or name given. 16 points available there. Okay, so I've gone through all the questions again, all 20 of them. I'm going to leave you for a minute to have a think. Cross-check, think about your answers. Have a wonder. Do you think you've all got them right? Please do not put your answers in the chat, Tom. Please refrain from giving me the answers yet. Because, Tom, you're now timed out. Please do not put answers in the chat. So at least I've only had one person do that, so that's better than I hoped. Hopefully you've been able to go over your answers. Hopefully you've got some answers. Don't want anyone to get none, because that would just be incredibly depressing and sad when you've come and spent 44 minutes of your time with me. I've sort of been very bored. He had left me locked up in the cupboard until we reopened again. That would have been a bit boring. Okay. Going through the answers very shortly. So have your piece of paper ready. Pass your pieces of paper to the team on your left. Hopefully you get that joke. Because, of course, obviously do not go to the person on your left. Go to the other person's house, because that would be slightly weird and against the rules. Do not break the rules, because it's very bad. So, are we ready for the answers? And I'll have to wait for the chat to catch up with me. As you're probably still going through the answers. Okay, give you a little bit more time. A lot of people are apparently watching this back who arrived late. That's just disappointing. Okay. be going through the answers. Start going through the answers now. So, the answer to question number 1: why was the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? Why is it called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? That's a big question. The reason it's called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway is, some of you may know, some may not. It was actually planned for the line from Bodmin General, as well to go down to Bodmin Parkway, but also go up to the Wenford Bridge Clay Dries. But we've only got as far as Bodmin Boscarn Junction, and things get in the way. People who don't like steam trains, which I don't get their argument, got in the way, and so we never got to Wenford. But we did get to Boscarn Junction, which is still an achievement in itself. So why is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway called the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? It's because we planned to go to Wenford, but never got there. And that's 2 points available there. And your bonus point, where is there a planned extension to? And that is Wadebridge. Extra point if you get Wadebridge as well. And obviously, hopefully, we'll get to Wadebridge one day. The name will have to be changed. So, question 2. Question 2. What valuable commodity mined from the ground brought railways to the area, and especially the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? And the answer to that is China clay. Quest 2 points available there for China clay. And as you'll know, there's quite a few. The clay wagon project want to get some 9 authentic clay wagons running, and there are a couple of Cornish China clay related locos and artefacts at the railway, which we'll come on to in a minute. So China clay, 2 points there. Question number 3. In what year did the Great Western Railway open the branch from Bodmin General to Bodmin Road? The answer is 1887. And 1 year later, in 1888, the line was then extended down to Boscarn Junction. So well done if you got that. 2 points available there. Question number 4. What is the ruling gradient along the railway? The answer to that is 1 in 40. So for every 40 metres you go forward, you will climb 1 metre, which is the steepest sustained gradient on any heritage railway. Because take Bodmin Bank, that's a couple of miles of 1 in 40, which is quite strenuous for a steam locomotive, but sounds absolutely brilliant. But of course, it's no problem for the diesels because they just thrash straight on up. 2 points available there. Question number 5. What 2 rivers does the railway cross at opposing ends of the line? And thank you, Patrick. Your message has just come through. There is quite a delay on the chat. So, question 5. Which 2 rivers does the railway cross at opposing ends of the line? Which its sources are not very far from one another from Bodmin Moor? Well, the answer is the River Foy at Bodmin Parkway and the River Camel at Boscarn Junction. 2 points for River Foy, 2 points for River Camel. And if you're surprised to know, their sources are not too far away from one another, up on Bodmin Moor. So, question number 6. 2 points available here. What is unique about the Bodmin and Wenford Railway that most heritage railways don't have the privilege or conundrum of? And for any visitor who has been to the railway, you'll know that this is the fact that we operate 2 branches instead of 1 line. We operate 1 branch to Bodmin Parkway and another to Boscarn Junction. And you have to run around and change ends a lot of times just to do an actual leap of the line. So if you've gone on a Bodmin General, went down to Bodmin Parkway, you change ends, you come up to Bodmin Parkway, you change ends, you go down to Boscarn Junction, you change ends, you come back up to Bodmin General. A lot of changing ends there and reversing around. So 2 points there. Bodmin, 1 line to Bodmin Parkway and another to Boscarn Junction. Okay, moving on to the answer to question 7. Question 7 is, if I can get the photo to come out. Come on. There we go. So, question 7. What is this type of steam locomotive? 2 points for this. It is, of course, the BT well tank. And the bonus point, what's its number? 30587, as someone mistakenly put in the chat. So question 7, the answer is, of course, the BT well tank. And its number is 30587. 587. And all your green badges out there, you're going to love this logo because green badges, meh. We're also surprised to know it is also a Victorian steam locomotive. It is very old, and it is currently with the National Railway Museum at Locomotion in Shildon. It's no longer with us, but I'm sure somehow we'll get it back one day. So put that away for now. Bring back that photo there. So, question number 8. Question number 8. When I find the question, there we go. Question number 8. What is the name of the iconic British Railways livery that is used on the Mark 1 coaches we have at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? The answer, of course, is Crimson and Cream, or which is all painstakingly hand painted on by us volunteers, which takes a lot of time, and they plan to do that whilst we're closed, so we'll spend many hours doing that. You could also use Carmine and Cream, technically it's also named, or the not so affectionate name of Blood and Custard, but I prefer Crimson and Cream. Brilliant livery. But of course, all the brown butchers out there, we prefer Chocolate and Cream, because that's the only livery allowed apparently. So there you go, question number 8, Crimson and Cream. Question number 9. What is the name of the cafe situated on the platform at Bodmin Parkway? Should have got a photo for this, but it is the old Signal Box Cafe located on the down platform at Bodmin Parkway. And of course the bonus point, what did it used to be? It used to be the Signal Box at Bodmin Parkway until 1985 when it was closed and control was passed on to Lost Wheel Box, which still has control today. Of course we've got this exchange siding down at Bodmin Parkway, so we do have access to the main line, but it is far from easy to access the main line, and it would have been very handy if we still had that Signal Box there today. So, question number 10. In what year did British Railways close the line to passenger trains? Well, the line was closed to passenger trains in 1967, when the last passenger train went. However, there were some special excursions to celebrate the closure of the line completely. But there were excursions after that, but the last scheduled passenger train left in 1967, and 2 points for that. And your bonus point available, when did it completely close? And that was in 1983. So even though it closed in 1967, you still had Class 37s, the tractors, bless them, pulling clay wagons up both banks to get to the Wenford clay dries. Sadly, that ended in 1983 when these things closed. And question 11, how long is the Bodmin and Wenford Railway in miles? The answer is 6.5. That's 6.5 miles long. One branch, they're both about 3 miles. Bodmin Parkway branch is slightly longer. So 6.5 miles there, 2 points for that. Question number 12, the one I stupidly missed out. Aren't I brilliant and competent? What is currently being built at Bodmin General? And the answer is a new platform to allow the increase of number of passenger services. If you've been to one of our open days, you'll have actually been able to walk down the new second platform. However, we can't actually put any passenger trains into the platform because the signalling doesn't allow it. So technically, the signalling part of the second platform is still being built. However, the physical platform structure has been built. Question number 13. The answer to 13. Get the photo back. What is the name of this famous staff member? I now realise that that's in the way. There we go. There we go. You can see it now. Of course, this is Will Marshall. For Willie Ware's Will Wednesday. The bonus point. What is his role? He's a steam fitter. 2 points for his name. Bonus point for what he does for the railway. And of course, he works with Tom a lot, the ginger-haired one. Will and Tom, they do a lot of mischievous things and a lot of stuff in workshops, which I don't know too much about, but I'm sure you guys probably do if you follow the MPD page. So, moving on to the next one. Question number 14. When was the Bodmin Railway Preservation Society formed? And the answer to that is 1984. Only a year after it closed, there was a preservation movement, formed a society that got enough money to make a PLC and get the light railway order, and you've got the heritage railway we still have today, and long may it continue. Right. 2 points for that, 1984. Now, same decade, question number 15. On what date was the first open day held at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway? 4 points available here. The date was Sunday, the 1st of June, 1986. So 1 point for the day, Sunday. Another point for the date, first. Another point for the month, June. And a final date for the year, which is 1986. So Sunday, the 1st of June, 1986. 4 points available there. Now, moving on to question number 16. Where is the old GWR clock located on the station at Bodmin General? Let me get the photo out here. Here we go. So as you can see, it is just above the booking hall, just above and to the left of the booking hall, the door to the booking hall. So anyone coming out, as you get buy your ticket, you come out onto the platform, it's just behind you on the right. And you'll notice this photo was taken when we had one of the first or second public open days back at the beginning of October, when restrictions were reduced, and of course the lockdown's back, so we can't have any more open days. But this was done before the second lockdown came along, and we're all in masks and at a distance. But that was the team on probably one of the second or first public open days that we had. And as you can see, the clock is just above the booking hall door there. I've drawn a nice, badly drawn squiggly line around that. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, so question number 17. Why do trains on the Bodmin Parkway branch only stop at Coalsocket Halt on the journey to Bodmin Parkway, but not on the journey back? Well, this one's quite obvious because it's a very steep gradient of 1 in 40. And it's quite hard, but not impossible, but hard to stop and successfully depart without sliding back down the hill and getting a lot of wheel slip and doing a bit of damage. So, question 17. Why do trains stop at Coalsocket Halt on the way back up the hill? Because it's a hill. Question 18. Question 18, when I find where question 18 is, it's hiding from me. Question 18. How many levers are there in the signal box of Bodmin General? And if you went to all the open days, you'll hopefully remember this because I told you. It is 28. 2 points for that, 28. However, I'll accept 27 because there is a sneaky lever 0 which is spare. But the answer is 28. 28 levers. Now, question 19. Question 19. Another picture round. What is the name of this famous steam locomotive that visited in 2017? Let me get the photo up first of all. So what is the name of this famous steam locomotive? Well, you can probably see it. So, Tornado, visited back in 2017. 2 points for the name, Tornado, and a bonus point for the number 60163. 2 points for the name, 1 point for the number. And sadly, I was not around in 2017 at the rail, but I'm sure you dedicated followers were. There is Tornado in all its glory, and as I stand corrected, an A1 Pacific, built in 2009. Tornado 60163. Move that back over there. Okay, so on to the final question, question 20. This may take a while. So, I said this was the hard one. So name all 16 locomotives at the Bodmin and Wenford Railway, steam and diesel. Their name and number. So I'm going to go through them all in the list. So, 16 locomotives. Some of them I didn't even know about when I researched the answer to this. But of course, the first one, 4612, a 57XX pannier tank, 4612, 1 point available there. Second one, another pannier tank, 64XX pannier tank, 6435. Question number 3, a big heavy freight loco, 4247, which is currently marooned at Parkway Shed awaiting overhaul. The fourth loco is 5552, the small prairie tank we have. Excuse me. In fact, it's currently undergoing overhaul and hopefully we'll be back shortly. Question number 5, there is a saddle tank, number 19, 2962, which I never knew about. 2962, another point there. Question 6 and 7 are the two famous ones, the two little port of pile tanks, Alfred and Judy. Of course, Alfred, number 3058, and Judy, number 2572. A couple points available for you there. Question 8, an Austerity 060 saddle tank, number 2766, or 75178, because both numbers are actually listed on the logo. Of course, 75178 is painted on it, and on a little disc, that little nameplate that shows where it was built, 2766. I'll accept both of those. Point there. That's the steam locomotives done. Number 9, the Class 50, named Triumph. I'll accept its name Triumph, or its number 50042, or its pre-grouping, not pre-grouping, it's before they standardised everything, D442. 1 point for either of those answers. And the 10th one, the Class 47, named the Sapper, number 47306, or D1787. Number 11, the Class 37, our tractor, are currently undergoing overhaul, number 37142, or D6842, if you want to go for the pre-1970 number. Number 12, our 08 Gronk shunter, number 08444, nice one to remember, or its pre-1970 number, D3559. Number 13, Class 10 shunter, D3452, which is currently in Parkway Shed, awaiting repairs, if I correctly remember. Now, these next two locos, tiny little shunting locos that I never knew existed, are probably hidden down at Parkway Shed. 443642, named Brian, 1 point there, and 22928, named Ho. I never realised though A existed. Number, it says 16 here, but that's wrong. Next one is Denise, that Rolls-Royce Sentinel, number S10029, that Rolls-Royce engined Sentinel, the big orange thing, without any vacuum brakes, which makes it a little difficult. That's Denise. And finally, our bubble car, which is numbered 121020. Don't know why I stumbled there, but 121020. Now there are, it says 16. There are 17 available points. There actually are 17 locos. 17 available points for question number 20. Now I'm going to give you a moment to tot up your scores, and then you can actually put your scores in the chat. So well done. Pass those marking sheets back to the other teams. And how many points did we get? I don't think anyone have managed 64. I wouldn't have managed, 40 before I had to go and research this. So how many points did we all get? How many points did you get? Did anyone get in the 50s? I realise question 20 probably would have wiped us all out. Anyone in the 50s? Anyone in the 40s? Did anyone get 20? If you did, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. You came here, you joined us, and that's the main thing. You got involved. You're here, you're alive, hopefully, surviving through the second lockdown. Hopefully shortly when the chat catches up, I can start seeing your answers pop through in the chat. So, how did we do? Hopefully the internet will catch up with us at some point. Typical, it's not been an amazing stream. Okay, so whilst you give me your scores, sadly there are no prizes for the winner, other than bragging rights to say that you know a lot about the railway. Whilst your points come through, thank you for joining. I hope you did enjoy it. The seven of you that are still here, well done for getting through the past hour. It's not been brilliant. I know the internet has been a bit iffy. Please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. If you'd like to donate to the railway, the link is in the description below to our crowdfunder if you want to help. Any support, we'd be very grateful. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. It has now got dark, so probably going to go eat dinner or something. And hopefully enjoy the rest of your weekend, and do stay safe going forward. I will wait for your points to come in, and we shall call it a day. Number... Oh, it says 16 here, but that's wrong. Next one is Denise, that Rolls-Royce Sentinel, number S. I have just gone and checked and realised the chat is about a minute and a half behind me, which is slightly annoying, so I will let you catch up. Of course, if you have joined partway through and don't realise I hadn't missed the first half, or just late, or didn't manage to join us on the evening, you can go and watch this back. It will, when I end it, will be saved to our channel. You can come back, watch it however many times you like. Still waiting for your scores to come back through. Bit of a lag. Disappointing, really. They should... Your scores should be with me shortly. I shall wait for them to come through and we'll call it a day. Thank you for joining. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I sort of have, barely intermittent internet issues and lag on the answers.